have all the features, and when I say that, he even has the useless storage area in the back that no one has any purpose for. Hey guys, Bearded Bricks bringing you guys another video. Today we're talking about the Andor Season 2 U-Wing that I reviewed a couple weeks ago. We're talking about 3 ways that you guys can make this set better, starting with the cheapest and getting gradually more expensive as we go on. Keep in mind there will be some 3D printer talk in this video. So obviously if you don't really care about that, don't worry about it. Just worry about the things that you can do and are within your power. Let's go ahead and make the U-Wing better. Starting with the cheapest way, if you guys have a 3D printer, I recommend you guys 3D print a stand for it. You can find plenty of these STLs online. Getting the 3D printer talk out of the way, you guys can get a printed stand for free on any website you can find STLs. They are free. They're the default file for printing out anything with a 3D printer or a resin printer for that matter. However, you can also buy them on Etsy or Amazon. They do make them. They're cheap. They range from $5 to $10, and they are going to be the cheapest way to make your set better. But you also can just use your Lego bricks and build the stand yourself. There are plenty of stands on Rebrickable. You guys can get the instructions for free and then build it out of your scrap pieces. Obviously, having the display done here, you guys can see I have the U-Wing in its display mode with all the figures here at the bottom. I just realized that the second option that we just came across here is we can make the figures better. You can get custom figures from AV Figures. You can get them from Clone Army Customs, Grandpa Figures, or Grandpa Clone Customs, or Crimson. There are tons of sites that I can go into that make custom figures. There's custom Andors, ISB agents. There's tons of custom figures you guys can get from Season 2 and Season 1 of Andor that I recommend you guys look into if you want to customize your figure display here. You could have a whole Rebel line or you could have a whole Imperial line. Does not matter. You could also get a stand that has more figures, so you could just have like a whole, Krennic and Death Troopers and just more characters there on display. You can absolutely do that. I'll put some links down below so you guys can find them, or you could just do a simple Google search. But getting to the third and most expensive way to upgrade your U-Wing is to upgrade and rebuild the entire ship, so let's do that. With the rebuild of the U-Wing complete, you guys can see here that we have a much larger ship with a much larger presence. And the best part is all of the functions of the U-Wing are maintained in this build. As you guys can see here, the wings do fold back and it has that menacing wingspan to back up its presence. Its aura has been returned. And the engines that so many creators complained about have been made larger and better, so it looks like it can actually carry the weight of the ship. And the snot, plates on top, and just how smooth and beautiful it looks and menacing with its stature is there. My favorite part of this set is the ease of access into the main fuselage. You guys can see here that I have 5 seats, 1, 2, 3, 4, count them, and a pilot seat that can fit K2, just like in Season 2 of Andor and in Rogue One, into the pilot seat. And I think that is fantastic. And just having this as a big piece that just floats on top, I think Lego forgot back in the day that a handful of their sets did that as well, where they just had a plate floating there and you could quickly remove it and get access to it. Similar to how the Star Destroyers kind of have that feature where they latch and you can kind of pull them off slowly. I feel like Lego needs to do more of this with a lot of their sets and forget that, oh yeah, the roof can just be detachable and maybe have like a slight hook or a magnet or some sort of attach point using clips to make it have that ease of access if they really wanted to maintain the swooshability of the set. Obviously, the wing tips are a little fragile, just FYI, so I recommend reinforcing them where you guys need to along these spans here. But putting this back on top, you guys can see here that we have the plate here for storage, or the ramp in the back. And additionally, one of the nice little features that the mock designer that I will put down in the description included with this upgrade is that the doors actually do open. As you guys can see here, I have the doors open on both sides and they shut like so. But does this ship hold up to the original? Let's go ahead and find out. You guys can see here with my little fleet of U-Wings that I have here, standing these two, the original and the new one on its ends. You guys can see here that the mock that I have built here is a little taller than the original. However, the original does have a lot more studs on display on both the top side and just all over it. It is a playset after all. However, the one thing comparable is I will say that the original U-Wing was released for about $90, and Buying all new parts from Bricklink, this was about the same price of shipping. It was about $100-ish for the nice, sleeker one. And I still think the original has a stronger, durable build. So I will say it has it beat there. But compared to the set just released by LEGO, it is a night and day difference comparatively. And obviously, if someone wanted to have a better set, they could take the original one that LEGO released this year, buy the additional pieces off of the Rebrickable page below, so that way you guys can order the extra parts and then just do it. Keep in mind that if you buy the parts from the parts list, you will have two just like I did, just FYI. And as you guys can see right here, I have a fully upgraded display ready Andor U-Wing to be the talking point of your coffee table, of your living room, of your Lego room, whatever you're going to display this, you guys can see that the ship itself looks the way it should. You have all your figures custom or original here listed, and you have a stand fit to hold this magnificent ship. But obviously, you don't have to do any of these things. The set that LEGO released is and always will be a good playset. I was gonna say terrific. It is a good playset. And obviously, all of these things I talked about today are just recommendations or some of the things you guys can do to make your set look better. I'd love to know what you guys think about the MOC versus the original, or versus the one that LEGO released this year, and just get your thoughts talking. Is this something you want to upgrade? Do you think that the smaller downsized one is better for the figures, or do you guys think the MOC should have been the original? Please let me know down in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys can see all my future uploads. And as always, I'm Mater Bricks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.